Hello, my little munchkins, my little crones, and my sunflowers. Thank you for joining us on this fine Monday evening.
Yes.
As we get ready to go into, don't tell me, Married to Medicine. But
Yes.
before we go into Married to Medicine, I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I really do. And I hope you had a wonderful back to life on Monday. Nevertheless, thinking of Married to Medicine, I read or saw somewhere where Dr. Oz got into a fight with someone and kind of looked like he got a little beat up. Sad to see that over some kind of drug that is a miracle drug that's supposed to cure you of hypertension. I think after taking it for 13 days or a month, I don't know, but it's something like that. But I figured this was Married to Medicine and I could just throw that in until I get to the news and talk about all of this
Yeah.
stuff. Well, nevertheless, we're into Married to Medicine. Did I have a gripe? Well, I did have a gripe, but my gripe didn't have anything to do with Married to Medicine on air. My gripe had to do with them sitting down looking at Married to Medicine on YouTube, and they were and T and Heavenly were arguing.
Yes, they were.
Like she was telling her she need to go to bed, and she, they were just being derogatory to each other. So
Yeah.
it's not bad right now, but we'll see.
Yeah. They just go back and forth, honestly. One moment they like each other, one moment they don't.
Right.
I don't understand. And actually, funnily enough, at the very beginning of this episode, when Dr. Jackie and Dr. Heavenly was sitting and having breakfast, they were talking about how Quad basically voted herself off the island. But then Dr. Heavenly said, "Do you think we're able to elevate T?" And Jackie was just like, there's some hope.
Now, it was hard for me
Yes.
to watch. I can't even say Dr. Jackie, but it was so hard for me to watch her, understanding when I always thought she was prudish anyway.
Mm-hmm.
She never was one of my favorite. I always felt like she had a lot of power with the girls. But now I understand, and now it's so hard for me to watch her with all the stuff going on. I don't know. I guess sometimes people could just turn a blind eye. It's hard for me to turn a blind eye to someone when I already felt the negative energy about them.
Mm-hmm.
And now that energy has come out, it's hard for me to look at her now. But go ahead.
Yeah,
baby
I
girl.
understand. That's how I felt when I saw
that,
her.
and that's me being honest.
I felt that way when she was bragging about how she got to talk to Kamala Harris. Because she was just like, "Yep, I'm important because I got to talk to the vice president."
But she's a liar.
Mm-hmm.
Sad.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that just looks like a bad representation, even on Kamala Harris. Because now I'm just like, you picked the wrong person to represent Black people and maternity mortality. But
And
neither here
so
nor
many
there.
people came out against her. I don't even know. It's just hard for me to watch her. It really is. It really, really is. I'm being honest about that. I don't know what Bravo is going to do about that.
Yes. Actually, I think I do now know why Dr. Heavenly did not refer T to Dr. Jackie to deal with her problems.
What do you mean, Dr. Heavenly?
Because
Dr. Heavenly is a dentist.
Well, yes, but Dr. Heavenly had came. It was that big thing at the very beginning.
Yeah, she was
like,
saying no. Dr. Heavenly was asking Dr. Simone, why didn't Dr. Simone use Dr. Heavenly? Dr. Jackie.
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't want to go into it because it was out of pocket. But nevertheless, it was something she wanted to send her to a specialist, somebody that specializes in this. It wasn't that she couldn't handle it. Why handle something when you can put somebody in the proper hands now? It ain't like old school where you go to a doctor for this and you go to him for everything or go to her for everything. Yes. Now you go to a doctor for every little thing, Same thing with a dentist. You go to a dentist, but if your dentist is not a surgeon, they won't.
Yeah, that is true.
You know what I mean? They won't give you a root canal or they won't put in an implant. You got to go to special surgeons and stuff. Things are changing. because I guess doctors been sued. So they're saying, hey, you have to stand in the line of your work. And maybe they need to do that with plastic surgeons.
Yes, honestly. I mean, that should make sense. You should be qualified to work on one specific thing.
Like maybe you could work on two things, but I don't think a plastic surgeon should work on everything unless he has the credentials. That he has done so many of each of the surgeries that he's going to perform. That's what I think.
Yes, I do like that. Now, this is what so they are still in Napa, California, the ladies. And for this one, Toya had divided the girls into two separate groups. First, it was Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Jackie and T were in one group. They went on like this, it's not a trolley, but it was like some type of like ride to go look at like what looked like a vineyard, I guess. And then they sat and had like lunch. Really, Toya had did that just so that those two ladies could get warmed up to tea. And all the other ladies went to go have a spa day. So they went to go chill, laugh.
And they hated that. I couldn't really got in that mud if it smelled like that.
No, it smelled like cow manure, apparently.
I couldn't have sat in that.
Yes. It just didn't look, it just...
But I guess, you want to try all the fancy stuff, And then she found out all the fancy stuff isn't always the good stuff.
Right. Apparently that mud bath was supposed to help with like arthritis and like some other stuff. So it's supposed to be useful. It's supposed to help the bones.
Right.
By like you soaking in it.
But what was it? The other one got into like a pool, like a water pool or something?
It was a Spath and Bob. Yeah, Spath and Bob. My God, a spa and bath place.
You couldn't get that out.
No,
that was a tongue twister, wasn't it?
It was. So
baby got twisted.
Baby sure did. So one took like, I guess one ladies did like a mud bath while the other ones did like a beauty spa. It was interesting.
It really was.
That's all I got out of that.
And what else happened?
After that, they had all met up later. Okay. We got to learn a little bit more about Dr. Ashley, right?
I like her.
Yes, I do like Dr. Ashley and her husband.
I don't really know about her husband, but I like her.
Okay, true. Their dynamics, they're trying to work out. And that's what I enjoy watching because they're trying to learn how to balance having kids, honestly, and their new lifestyle. They're just trying to get screen time. So they're just talking about their family life. That's all they really have to entertain us with. Moving on from that, though, however, Okay, well, here's the thing. Phaedra doesn't want to marry again. She was talking about how...
I understand that.
Yes, especially when you're of high caliber, she said, basically when you have money. It's a risk to get married, and she doesn't want to go through that risk.
I would never, to me, that is like saying money is my God. I would rather not be with someone because I would rather sleep with my money. Your money can't keep you warm at night. Everything you have, you can't take none of it with you.
That's true.
You can't take none of it with you. And you got all of that. Right now, you got your boys. But what about when your boys get older? I mean, for me, it certainly wouldn't be that. I mean, I don't want to marry because I just think that institution is just need to be revamped. And, but yes, to have a significant other, someone I can spend time with, they spend time with me, they can come to my house, I go to theirs. Yes, I would like to have someone of a caliber that can take care of themselves, but never would I don't want to get married because like I said, I just think that marriages need to be revamped. I think it's old and it's archaic, and I think it needs to be modernized, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't think it should be so complicated to get out of it. That's what I think.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't agree with Phaedra with that. However, Phaedra is entitled to what Phaedra, and like right now, Phaedra's what, in her early 50s? I think that she might reconsider later.
Yeah, she might later.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how old Phaedra is.
Let me see if I can find that out.
Yeah,
Now,
I'm curious how old she is. Oh, why are you doing that?
She is 50.
Oh, she is 50. Yeah. So why are you doing that? I have a little concern about Eugene and Latoya marriage.
Yes, I would like
I
a
want to
reading on
know. Just, I'm going to lay 3 cards. I want to know. This is something I'm going to just start doing.
that.
People want it, so I'm going to do it.
Because that definitely was my next topic, was to
I
move
just
into
want to
them.
know. It just seems something ain't right with them.
Yeah, I mean, they did say it, that they're trying to find more time together to bring that kindle in their
I want to
marriage
know. It's not Eugene for me.
back. Okay.
It's Toya. I want to know, do Toya love her husband? Does she want to be with him?
Okay.
Or is the flame gone? We'll see.
15 years they've been at this.
Okay. I'm going to tell you what I see. What I see in it, I see a 7. Always when I see a 7, it's always 7 deadlies. It's like something is in their marriage. Something is corroding their marriage. And what do I see? I see here, I see a 7, and I see that they're working at it. She's trying. She's working at it. She's trying to bring it alive. But it seems to me something's dead in her marriage. It's dead. The thrill is gone. It's gone. It's gone. And she's trying to revamp it.
Yeah.
She's trying to put love there. Can she do it? Can I just lay another card? Can this dead thing live again?
Yes.
Can she do it? She's fighting to try to make it. And she's like, we need to re-love again, do it. Can she do it? Can she?
Yes.
Can she? Oh, Lord, can she? Well, what I see here, I think with a childlike heart, I do think what's coming in their marriage, it seems like money. So this seems like work. It seems like they separated. And I think the lifestyle, everything that they have, it costs money. And I think the lifestyle that they have and all the stuff causes him to work and causes her to work. I don't know. And it's really a burden. The lifestyle is what I'm getting as a burden on their marriage because he has to work a lot to maintain this standard of living. And I think she's working too. And I think they just get tired. And I think that the lifestyle is eating at their marriage.
Yeah.
That's the best way I could put on it.
Their schedules don't match up.
Their schedule, and they don't. And that's not the love of their marriage. The love of their marriage is money. You see, the love of their marriage is that beautiful house and the trappings, all what looks good. That's what it is for her. However, it's like she's delusional. She realizes that all of the things in the world don't make you happy. And so she's got this big house, she's got the business, she's got everything. Thus saith the cause. Everything I say is allegedly, but everything, she has everything. And yet it's a burden. It doesn't fulfill her. It doesn't bring her the joy, the love. Is something empty. And yes, there is something dead in her marriage. She's trying to revive it, but she's being delusional. And sometimes you can't have it all. Sometimes you want this lavish life that he has to work and you have to work, and yet it's a burden. And so the time apart that he takes, it separates them even more.
Yeah.
I hope that makes sense.
Yes, it
wow, that was good.
That was good.
That was good.
Because that sounded like basically
people
how they
say, why don't
summarized
you
their marriage.
read? And I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna start reading on them right then and there, right while I'm doing the reading so you could see them. But go ahead.
Yes, we have 2 more people to talk about, but before we get to the real good juicy part, Dr. Heavenly, her daughter decided to have a little conversation with her, saying that Dr. Heavenly should try rekindling or trying to fix the bond with her sister, basically. Especially because it was something their mother wanted.
I would love that, though.
Yes. However, also at the same time, it seems like their mother wants the two.
Isn't her mother deceased?
Yes.
Is her father deceased too?
That I'm not
but
sure.
She probably didn't grow up with her father. Okay, go ahead.
But yes, Dr. Heavenly's mom at the time when she was alive wanted her 2 daughters to get along with each other and to be there for each other, but also at the same time,
every good mother wants that for their child.
Yes, but the way Dr. Heavenly says it is that during their childhood, their mother did things to like try to put the 2 sisters against each other. Basically the way Courtney and Kim feel about each other. But so because
the only thing I could say when I think about things like that, this may sound like a cliche and it may sound Bible, but when you are a child, you think like a child. You act like a child. But when you get older, you begin to see that that's childish. So you put away childish things. You know, you see better. You have a family. You've been married. You understand. So now you can gently go forth. And it sounds like Heavenly Sister is a lot like she is, and especially how she used to be, because Heavenly was a hot mess in the beginning.
Oh, okay.
She was very sensitive. I was saying, your mother cussed you out, just tacky. She was like no dentist I ever known. But they say she does great work. That's what the word on the curve is.
Wow.
But be that as it may, I really want to get into this. I want to know this thing with T.
Oh, yes.
Now, you know, I felt as though when T came in, and this is my own opinion. When T came in, T told what's his name, Dr. G, she would give him a baby. However, T knew she had problems.
Yes, she did.
Before she met Dr. G, she knew, because she said she'd been suffering for years. However, before she said it, I said that.
Yes, you did say that.
What if she can't have children?
No, it's a 50-50 chance. She's coming to that realization.
Do you know how hard it is to have a child when you have endometriosis?
And fibroids.
But she had to know that.
She did. She said that the pain has been getting worse over the years. And now she's taking muscle relaxers.
So why did she say that to Dr. G if that wasn't a trap? Because she did say it was about the money. Now, I'm not saying she doesn't want a child. I'm just saying this is all curious to me now.
Yes.
I don't know. I want to know.
She probably used that. She was like, hold on, while I still may possibly be fertile, let me get a man.
Unless, you know, I mean, she can.
I mean, she does want a family.
Yeah, she can have another child. She can have a child, but she would have to do it with a surrogate. So she can do that, right? So I want to know, does T really want a child, or is this a game? I just want to lay a couple of cards. Just bid me. I'm just going to lay a couple of cards. Ooh, this is kind of tricky. So this lets me know this is what I see. What I see here is a queen, and I seen that this was what she saw. She saw that he was the great white hope. He was everything. He was everything. Dr. G was everything. And when she saw him, she knew she could get him. She knew it, and she didn't care. And she went out and she came, she saw, she beckoned, and she won him. Now, why? Was it a money move? Yes. It was for a better life. That's what the card said. Did she know she had a problem? She knew she had a red flag. She knew. but she want him. Do she love him? Do she love him, or do she love who he is?
Okay.
She's been around a lot. This card means she's came full circle. She's been full circle. But let me be clear. Mm-mm. 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 It's too many. It is the three cards that are major arcanas, and I don't have the time to go into them, but what I will say is something behind all of this.
Okay. Could see that.
This is something behind all of it. This was a money move. She knew she had that problem. I'm just reading cards. Everything I say is allegedly, but I feel this strongly. She was strong at a game. Head game.
She was that.
Head game. You know, this is the move of a Aquarius, of a Gemini, and of Libra.
Yeah.
Libra. These air signs. Am I leaving out one?
Nope, those are the three.
Three, yeah. This is the air sign. You could see how it's moving. She got up in his head in the airwaves. And you see, she saw his vulnerability, because remember, that's what she did. She played on older men. When she saw that he was a doctor, it was like jackpot. Ping, 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 like ping pong. Now she's in it, and she's a little nervous, but I think she got that man so wrapped around her finger that she already knew she would have a hard time giving him a baby. So all those tears and stuff, whether they real or false, I don't know. But I know that she's in a pickle, and what is she going to do? Because she's in a pickle, but she got him so wrapped because he's at the place of saying, don't worry about it.
Yes, he is. We'll figure it out. We'll work it out.
I'm just saying, that's what the cards say. I will read later on it. That's all I'm going to say for now. Yes. Don't hate the player, hate the game. I'm just saying, that's what the cards say. They saying, the cards are saying, baby. That woman is a master at this. She knew, and I knew it. I said it. If you look back, I said, this woman, I wouldn't be surprised if she can't have no baby. I just saw it in my soul. And now,
just later in this season, it came out that she knew all this time.
She knew. And she said she knew. Now, the one thing I can say about her, what's her sign?
Ooh.
The one thing I could say about her is she's not much of a liar. I'm not saying the woman don't lie. She's not much of a liar because she keeps it 100. And even when she keeps it 100, she buries herself. She doesn't know by her being 100, like we would have never known had she never brought it up.
Yes.
This was a bad move. I would have never brought that up. And she also said it was about the money. And it showed up in the cards too. But what we didn't know that she knew that she couldn't have no child. And if you ask me, that's grounds for an annulment. I'm not saying this is going to happen, but it's definitely grounds because she said she knew. Am I right? She said she's been suffering with it for years. She only been married to him, not even according to us. I don't even think it's been a good year, right?
No. I'm unable to see her zodiac sign, but all we do know is that she's 32.
She just had a birthday.
Hold up. Her birthday apparently is June 1st.
So that's their card, Gemini. Tell me I ain't call it. She's a hustler.
Yes, Geminis are very good at that mind talk.
That mind talk is a hustler. And I call it. Didn't I call it? See?
And that actually shows the very fact that she's very duality in her personality. You can see the way she goes.
But this was a money move.
Yes.
And I'm not saying she don't love him, but when I read up, I didn't go into detail because it would take a lot. But when I read up, it was too many complexities, too many deep cards to go into on a short notice. So when it says, do she love her? I'm just going to do this. Question mark. Because sometimes our desires and what we want and living out our dream can masquerade itself as love, but it's not love at all. It could be greed. Remember those 7 deadlies?
Yes.
They masquerade themselves. Time will reveal. But it appears she loves him. But do you love somebody when you go in and tell somebody you're going to have a baby when you knew from the beginning you had a problem? Or did he already know? She could have told him from the beginning.
Well,
maybe
she could have said that she had fibrosis, because the doctor did confirm. She was like, you definitely do, but I think you might also have endometriosis as well.
Well, endometriosis is when you have tumors on your uterus. Sometimes you can have it. I forgot the name of endometriosis or whatever. You can have them on the outer side of your uterus or in the inner side of the uterus. And this is what makes it difficult. And when you get pregnant and they bleed, it's a horrible thing that women have to go through.
Yeah.
But I definitely want to bring up something before we leave. I want to end it on a positive note. It's a silly note because Latoya felt really, really silly when she said that her husband did not want to have sex when she was pregnant because he didn't want to get sperm on the baby head. That is so ignorant. The baby is in the uterus, in the back somewhere. It's not sitting in your vagina. Can you say that?
Yes.
So that was ignorant. And I love the way that they just look at her like,
right. He's a doctor. He should
he know better than that. And she was like, it's true. It's true. And the way she talked, it could be true about Eugene. So
yes.
And I'm wondering, before we go, I hate to say it. I mean, they've been married for a long time. I'm curious. Quad said that Eugene had a small. Could that be it?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it did sound interesting because
that she want more now.
Yes, and the fact that she said that her husband Eugene used that as an excuse to not have sex with her when she was pregnant. I mean, maybe some men are just like that, but to use the excuse of, especially because he's a doctor and educated, I don't want to put sperm on my baby's head, so I'm not going to have sex with you for 9 months.
And she didn't want him to, right?
No, she did, because she was like, Eugene would only have sex with me because I needed it.
Yeah, but she only had sex when she needed it. So I don't know. I don't know about them. I just think there's something dead in their marriage, and she's trying to fight for it.
Yeah,
but it seems like Eugene still loves her though. It doesn't seem like Eugene. I will watch closely. It doesn't seem like Eugene.
Yeah, I mean,
it seems like Toya.
Yes.
The thrill is gone. Oh,
yeah.
Yes, it is.
Do jump on that topic a little bit, because when she asked him to take out her extensions, he was like, "Oh, this is a date because we're spending quality time together." And she was like, "No, this isn't a date. That's just being lazy to call this a date, because we're spending quality."
Well, for him, it is a date. I'm sitting down, taking this stuff out your head that is forever, because he know how to take our sisters. Yeah. So he's going to take it out, and she doesn't even see it as a date.
No.
But if you went to the salon, would that be a date? It's an appointment, right?
Yes, it is.
So that's what I'm saying. Some don't seem right about them. Yeah. And there was Miss Queen called that out. And I was like, really? She called this out, I don't know, a year ago, that she thought something. But now, because I like to see love and happiness in people. Love and happiness.
It's actually kind of shocking to hear that, actually, that their marriage was...
I'm not saying their marriage is over. I'm just saying clearly something is off.
Yes.
It's not flowing. It's something missing. And the card said it's something dead in it. And she know it. She's trying to put love back. I want to know, is it too late? Yes. We're going to find out. I know that she doesn't want to end her marriage because of the life. She's married to the life now. I don't think that she's married to her. She's married to him because she's married, but she's married to that life. And that lifestyle, I don't think that she wants to give up the lifestyle. So I'm curious to see how this is going to play out. And can you bring love back? I truly believe that all things are possible to them that believe. And on that note, I'm going to end it. Is there anything that you want to say?
Nope, that was pretty much it for season 10, episode 8 of Married to Medicine.
Let me see you. Your lips look so pretty.
Oh, thank you.
Well, anyway, the sweet look of youth. Well, anyway, thank you for joining us. I certainly enjoyed this episode of Married to Medicine. We'll get back with you next week and see what's going on. From now on, I'm just going to be reading throughout on people. People ask me to do it, and I was like, well, but I love doing it now because it makes it so much fun, and it makes me see things a whole lot clearer, even things I don't want to accept. So join us again as we look at these cards, look at these people's lives, and look at it, analyze, make our assessment, and call it a day. Well, with that being said, have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the week.
Yes.
Sunflowers.